We are back for more testing tonight. Cause issues. Hey, look! He fixed the pipe texture. They don't look like shit no more. By the way, there was another update tonight. Remind me I gotta get the pack updated when we leave tonight, Trends. I keep forgetting to do that. So, let's look at the change log. Fix missing tank icon in hatches and other tank GUIs. Fix full block pipe rendering, which we just seen. Made mortar damage bypass armor. Made ender eye and ender pearl lenses. Made silicon wafer cutting recipe MV. Added silicon chip recipe. Made tiny silicon plate recipe. Easy setting only. So that is what we have changed. So let's get the boiler turned on. And we need to get that compressor going, or else we're running on just regular Coke for now instead of the blocks, which are better. We still can't swipe into the things.
Oh yeah, about that, I mentioned that MUI dev, and he said he'll look into it next week.
Okay. And Fluid Hatch now has its thing, so that's taken care of. And we're making power. I need to go get more coal real quick, which will be way faster now that I have this drill. And we have our buells done. They finished last night. And he gave me my MV cutter. So we need to get that set up. Let's go ahead and look at the buells here. So now we put them in a cutter, and it is MV. And then we get our wafers. He can use them to make diodes, which he is going to need. We can set up some very basic solar panels if we get the gallium arsenide plates. That is, and well, technically we only need a carbon plate to do the, I think that one's ULV. Actually doesn't say on it. That one says ULV. That one says nothing. That one says LV. So I don't know what this one is. Which is kind of weird, because ULV takes advanced circuits. This one...
Well, I think the one without anything is just 20, it generates 20, and ULV generates 8. Or...
Oh, you think this is the 1 EU, then this is the 8, and that's the 3rd. Oh yeah, it does say voltage out 1. Okay, so this is the basic solar panel. Alright, so we definitely don't want that. We at least want this, which means well, hold on a minute. 32. Okay. That needs graphene wire and indium gallium phosphide plates. Okay. So we need advanced circuits before we're even going to think about making solar panels, because that we would have to make so many of these, and we need carbon fiber for that, which we also have to discuss if we're fucking with a carbon fiber recipe. And honestly, it should use resin. if we're going to fuck with it, rather than doing the lithium platinum stupidity that was in GT5, we should be putting phenolic resin in there. Because isn't that what they use to actually make carbon fiber? Isn't it resin and carbon strands?
I wouldn't know. Yes, probably something.
I believe that is correct from things I have watched in the past. Give me just a second here. Saw and is it a regular hammer or a soft hammer for this? Probably a soft hammer. If I can get them to switch for me. There we go. And I've got the tape. Alright. I'm actually going to turn the boiler back off because you're working on the roof, right? Even though you need to work on laser things. Okay. Power's off. It's full, though. I'm going to go get some coal so we can make some more coke. We need to get that compressor done so we can automate the ovens into the compressor to make them into blocks. And then eventually we can do the, oh, I need to go get clay today too, don't I? We can do the binding, the super fuel binder. We need cesium, lithium, sodium, one of those. Which cesium we actually have something that gives us cesium. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, that comes from that stuff again, which fucking hell. I know you're trying to be retarded, but deal with that retard. Fucking hell. The ore vein. Lepidolite, spodumene. You got to get that ore vein in here. That's where we get our cesium from. This is not the right place. I need over here. And then as soon as I get done with this and I go grab some clay to get some lithium for you, and, well, for me, because I want another drill myself, I want to look into how difficult it's going to be for us to jump now that we have the stuff to make MV circuits and basic circuits. How hard it's going to be for us to get HV circuits. Now that I'm not being annoyed by Junior, I swear he does this on purpose. He knows we start testing at 7 o'clock. And he has to come in and start being, well, Junior at like 7:05. He can't come in at like 6:30. When I asked him if he was going for another delivery or if he was coming home, and he goes, no, I'm going for another delivery. So I'm thinking, okay, he's going to be gone for a little while. I can get a recording done, which I did. But then I go to start streaming and, hey, I'm here to be a pain in your ass.
Did you ask if I was coming home before you started streaming?
No, because I'm going to start at 7 o'clock. If Trends doesn't fuck anything up and I'm not hurting too bad, I'm going to stream at 7 o'clock every weekday.
Hey, my phone is at 6% I can't work like this.
Okay, well, could you
come home, my phone is dying.
Could you try to set a thing on your phone that says go home and annoy the old man at 6:30?
I can if I'm not in town.
That way you can come home, annoy the shit out of me, and then fuck off so I can stream.
Okay, well, I'm home for the night. My phone is dead.
God, he's home for the night.
We'll see, maybe I'll run one or two more before we start. I'm not planning on it.
Alright, we'll go.
Probably run out before we start streaming in the morning if the idea is they all have an extra $6 for this.
Okay. Well, go get your new game. All right. I swear I was saying something before all that, but I have no idea what the fuck it was.
Has to do with circuits. You're talking about HV circuits or something.
Okay, I was talking about HV circuits. I want to look at how difficult it's going to be for us to jump up to HV circuits, because I'd like to start our actual automation stuff, and I really don't want to run copper wires everywhere. So I'd like to get a... By the way, Dan, I am not completely ignoring you. I seen what you said. I just haven't taken the time to tell you I seen it. So fuck off. I seen it. It's plastic. That's what's holding us up, is plastic. Except for also the fact that I forgot about, well, we can do this one. We can do the good circuits, which will be annoying. We can do that at LV. But I forgot, we need fucking EV to do any of the other HV circuit recipes. Because to do the one that takes a plastic circuit board and two good circuits is EV. The one that takes the epoxy circuit board is EV. But we can do this one that takes two good circuits, an integrated integrated and a random access memory. We can do this one. So you'll have to make two MV circuits for every HV circuit. So our next thing is going to be getting plastic. We need plastic for lots of other things too, but we also need to get into...
For example, would be holes. You're going to make holes and you don't have to use wrought iron and extra plate in the material.
Yeah, we need to get plastic for that so we can stop with the extra steel and extra the wrought iron. You're correct. So I may actually have to run some copper wire that I'm not wanting to do. We need to look into getting an MV macerator made as well. Because if I remember correctly, that's how you set up. I'm used to it being HV, but I believe you started putting the byproduct out in MV.
Mm-hmm.
So, one, we need it so we can start getting byproducts, but two, we need it just because we need to get things done quicker. Mainly this coal. The other ores isn't as big a deal with them getting macerated as fast right now, but getting the coal into the coke ovens is important. But that means we're going to need 2 MV because I'm going to put one of them dedicated like what we did in 118. I'll just have one dedicated just to coal. Alright, I'm on my way back with coal. Which, when you're, before we start doing miners, you should probably look into what we're going to do about create stuff, what compat we're going to do with create, because I think it would be really cool to use their trains to move the ores back home. That is like the number one thing I love about create is those trains. Now, the sturdy plates that we're going to need to make them would be great if you found a way to automate them without us having to use create to do it. Because the fucking factory you have to set up with create to make those sturdy fucking plates is annoying. Because you gotta dump lava onto obsidian dust, if I remember correctly. You've gotta, and that's another thing that we might have to look at is if you use the crushing wheels from create, obsidian doesn't get, it has like an 85% chance, if I remember correctly, to give you the obsidian back. So you have to sit and run the obsidian through the crushing wheels over and over and over until they get used up. You might want to change that if GT5R is loaded with it, because I'm pretty sure we can get like iron and magnesium and stuff like that out of obsidian dust. At least we should be able to. That was a thing in like every GregTech was that way. Obsidian dust, electrolyzer, yeah. Magnesium, iron, and silicon with oxygen, which again, you should probably change that recipe to be silicon dioxide instead of straight oxygen. And maybe even, again, as much as I hate it, it is true. hematite. It shouldn't be hematite, though. The ore should be called hematite. But once it's in dust form, it should be iron oxide 3. They're exactly the same composition, but it's not a mineral when it is. I don't know. To me, it's just not the same thing. It is the same thing composition-wise, but rust and hematite are not the same thing. And that's what iron oxide 3 is rust. I would never go out to a junkyard and take a pickaxe to the side of a rust bucket and go, look, I'm mining hematite. That's not how that works. Even though it has the same composition of iron oxide 3, it's not fucking hematite. Greg and fucking Bloody both did that, making them the same and naming them the same, because in GT6 it's pyrite in a roaster gives you hematite, and I think limonite does as well, and it just bugs the ever-living hell out of me. It's not hematite at that point. It's technically rust. It's just iron and oxygen. But to those two, nah, it's the same thing. Okay, so can you get us a compressor made?
Yeah, I'm working on it now.
Okay. Do you need... No, you have some in here. Well, you're going to take that one too. Give me a little more room in my inventory. Because, well, it's a fucking mess. Alright, that'll be enough coal to keep us busy for a little while. Now, when you work on that, I'm going to get a little bit of crap out of my inventory. Why did I make a chest earlier when I have one literally right here in my inventory? Jackass. Alright, so you're working on a compressor. I want to look into what we're doing for plastic. If I remember correctly, it is sulfuric acid and yeah, we need ethylene to be able to do oxygen, and ethylene we can distill from wood gas if we had wood gas. We can do distillation to get ethylene from steam cracked butane, steam cracked naphtha, you know, all this stuff that we need way more crap than what we're ready to do right now. But we can, right now, pretty easily do ethanol and sulfuric acid. We need an MB chemical reactor for that. It's going to give us sulfur. And the ethanol, that's the wrong ethanol. I needed this ethanol, please. That we can do a biomass into ethanol 80 to 20. We can do it with wood vinegar, which we can't get right now. We can do it with fermented biomass, which is 1,000 to 150. But we can get biomass with a mixer. We just need to mix biochaff and water together, and that'll give us biomass. And we can get the biochaff from plant balls in a pulverizer, and we can get those from any number of different ways, which we're going to be going about it. First and foremost with sticky resin will be the way we get ours, because we've got a bunch to get rid of. But then we can do sugar cane, any number of fruits, things like that. All kinds of messy stuff that we compress. So now I need to decide how we're doing. Well, I guess not yet. Let's go get the clay real quick so we can get the lithium done. Do I have a... I do not have a shovel. Alright, well... Do you have everything put together for that drill?
Yeah.
You just need the battery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Throw this together real quick. And then I'm going to steal it. Oh, screwdriver. And hey, it retained its energy. I don't want to use an efferent drill to mine clay. And I don't want to make a shovel.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, and when you're done with your compressor, make the stuff up to make another one of these. I'll keep this one, and we'll make you one, and then I'll make a battery to replace the one I just took out of the battery box, and you a battery for yours. Since I'm going to be busy for the next 4 days dealing with all things junior related, would you do me a great big favor and talk to Dan about fucking ore generation so he'll stop talking to me about it? He's having trouble with math, and I don't know why he's talking to me about it, because I don't have the first foggiest fucking clue how to generate these ores. I don't know how they were done in GT6. I don't know how they were done by you here in GT5R. I don't know why he's telling me. I don't know if he wants me to be sympathetic and hold his hand and say, oh, I'm so sorry for your trouble, or what the fuck he's doing, because telling me is like telling a monkey that, you know, you need help with biology. I can throw poop at you if that's what you need. But I can't help you with how to generate this shit because I don't know.
Honestly, for Origin, it's like I just told Craig's code and made it work. I didn't really try to understand it that deeply. It's not like I can really help him that much either.
So he just needs to go and steal Greg's code and modify it.
You should just steal my code and modify it.
Yeah, that would be even better because then it's already in 120 stuff. Because he's trying to do this thing that I tried to convince Greg to do in GT6 of adding like a dense area of the vein. So you would have dense ores in the vein. It's kind of like how GT5 originally did it, except instead of... Because if you've ever noticed in a GT5 vein, you'll have at least one corner that there's like nothing. But then the rest of it gets a little bit more dense with ores. But it has like a floating center. And that's why one corner has less ores in it, because the center is further away from there. So out on the edge, there's very little. And I'm assuming that's what he's trying to do, but he's going to have like a actual dense node of like dense malachite, dense magnetite in that epicenter of it. And when I brought this up to Greg, he said, well, if I do that, then people aren't going to mine the outer edges. They're just going to go straight in for the dense ores and leave all the rest of the shit. Which I can see where people would do that. I wouldn't do that. That would be completely wasteful. To ignore everything out. What? Going straight for the dense ones and...
Yeah, and just not even bothering with the other ones.
Yeah, I know. It sounds dumb. But tell me with the dumb things people do in Minecraft that they wouldn't do that. They absolutely would. It's like that one guy that we had playing with us when we were trying to do the village thing we were doing for a while. And he was throwing small ores that he got on the ground. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? We need those. Bring them home. And he's like, no, they just clog up my inventory with shit. I'm not wasting my time with them when I can just go and mine an entire ore. I'm not going to mine the smalls. And, you know, or I'm not going to bring that small shit home. And this was in GT. This was the old GT5 style veins in GT6 before Greg did the actual layers where there were small ores in the actual vein. These were just the random smalls that he was finding. And I was like, if you mine them, you bring them home. And so then he just started skipping them and not mining them at all, because to him they were useless. And so then every time that we ended up needing a little bit of iron or a little bit of copper to finish something up, I was like, hey, look, I wonder if there's a bunch of small ores down in the mine that would, if they were brought back, would actually finish this project. If somebody would have brought them back when he passed them. And I told him, I was like, you leave them, I'll go get them. Because they're not useless. They're the shit we go mine. Yes, they clog up your inventory a little bit. So walk your ass home and drop them off. I could not get it through his head that they were useful and were needed. I couldn't believe he was just throwing them on the fucking ground. But there's other people that I've talked to that are like, I guess it's the difference between how people think of things. Because like XAR is kind of the same way with things, where to him the time matters more than anything else. And to me, the time doesn't matter. If it takes me an hour to do something, it takes me an hour to do something. I don't care. I don't need to make it efficient for my time. Where he does. I want it to be efficient for what I'm doing, for the usefulness of things. You know, I was raised partly, not completely, because, you know, I had a mom and dad that raised me, but my grandparents on, you know, both sides lived through the Depression. So I lived through dealing with them and being wasteful. And my parents, you know, we were on meager means growing up. Or, you know, as I would say it, we were poor, broke motherfuckers. And so we were very stingy with being wasteful. And it just seems like people that didn't grow up that way don't think that way. And are way more wasteful than, which is weird to me, but you know, I will waste 20 minutes to save, you know, something that has use to me. That's why I hate voiding shit in Minecraft. Because to me, voiding shit is being wasteful.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm eventually going to need it. Like distilled water, when we were doing the first batch of testing in 18, and we made that great big fucking tank for distilled water. We had no fucking use for that for a long time. But then once we did, we needed it and 10 times more. So if we wouldn't have saved it, we would have had to be making distilled water way before what we did. Because, you know, that fucking reactor eats distilled water like it's going out of fucking style. So I can't stand being wasteful. And leaving those ores behind was just being wasteful. And, you know, back to Dan's veins, somebody going through and not mining the regular ores or the small ores, just trying to find that dense area would be fucking stupid. But I guarantee you, this jackass that just walked into my room and is now staring at me, he would do it. I guarantee you. Do it. Even though he was raised by me to not be a wasteful fuck, I guarantee you, if you knew in Minecraft there was dense ores in a vein, and then there were regular ores outside of that dense area, and then small ores around the edges. Small ores just give you like crushed. You can't process it except for washing it and shit like that. Would you go straight for that dense vein? No. Why am I even asking this? No. You'd put a fucking digital miner on the motherfucker and have it just do all of it and not mine any of it.
Or a BuildCraft quarry.
Or a BuildCraft quarry or anything else that kept you from having to fucking mine by hand. Okay, if you had to mine it by hand, And if those automated mining things weren't available,
It would depend on what the context of this is, because if I'm just needing a whole lot of this SNM, I'll grab whatever the fuck I can find of it. If I'm needing it specifically for something, then yes, I'm going to go straight to the center, grab it, and go do whatever the fuck it is I'm needing it to do.
okay, but if you're playing GregTech, you've played GT 1 through, 2 through 4.
If I'm playing GregTech, then those are mining days, so I would just set that day for that's what I'm going to go do, and I'm going to go mine it.
And you'd mine the whole vein.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, Greg wouldn't do dense ores in GT6. That's why we have the rock layers of coal, oil shale, was because I brought up these dense ores, and he's like, I can't do them in regular veins because idiots would just skip all the other ores and just go mine that heart of the vein that has the dense ones in it.
Well, most people, yes, that's what they would end up doing. I play GregTech, so I know that I need a lot of everything. So I'm just going to set a day, so I'm just digging.
Okay.
Or, if you're playing GregTech, you can have BearCore, so I'd have a BearCore 40 thing on top of it to just dig it up for me.
Well, you can't really do that in here. But there is... remember, this is in 120. A lot of these veins are going to be deep. So your Buildcraft quarry would be doing like 60 layers of useless stone. Which, by the way, yes, you'd have to dig out a thing above it. Which, by the way, speaking of... I'm gonna hurt him. Anyways.
I'm doing it.
Fringe, you also need to get with Dan when he finally decides to do it. He's supposed to be doing the research on, didn't we put a fucking muffler in this thing? Why is the muffler not working, dude? I know we put a muffler upgrade on that fucking hammer. Why is it not working? Did your GUI change fuck that up?
I don't hear anything.
How could you not listen to the stream for a minute? It is just clanging and banging incessantly. Anyways, you need to get with Dan after he does his research he's supposed to be doing into what is in all of the, what makes up all of the different types of rocks we have. Which, by the way, Dan, speaking of, do not, and I repeat, do not make regular stone give anything.
You know what?
Because if you make regular stone give anything, people will just set up stone cobble gens for whatever resource that is. Even silicon dioxide. All the other stone types, absolutely. Because you can't make them.
You can make basalt.
How do you make basalt?
There's water and lava, but you have to use a special block or something. I can't remember his.
Oh. Well, that's a problem too then. Because basalt actually has minerals coming out of it. If I can find it, where is the... There should be basalt dust. Yeah, basalt dust right here. Basalt dust centrifuges into olivine, calcite, flint, and dark ash. And olivine gives you magnesium, iron, silicon dioxide. So if you can make basalt in a cobble generator somehow, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But they tried doing that shit in GT5 with ash and and stone dust. And ash is a big issue because, like what fucking Junior did the other day, jackasses will just burn fucking wood for the ash. And if you don't believe me, ask Ethrin. He does it in New Horizons because they have the ash shit turned on. He literally sets up fucking boilers to sit and burn wood to make ash so he can centrifuge it to get the iron out of it. Rather than just going and mining an iron vein. You should not put anything that can be made infinitely, should not have a recipe for something useful. Because if it is useful and they can make it infinitely, they will do it. Even if it's like a 0.1%, they will fucking do it. Just like how I was doing it with Railcraft, trying to get diamonds. It's a 0.01% chance of getting a diamond out of cobblestone. Well, it's cobblestone into gravel, into sand, with a 1% chance of giving you a diamond, a 0.01% chance of giving you a diamond. Doing it for the diamond is not useful. Doing it for the gold that actually comes along with it is. Because I had so many gold nuggets from doing that. What, Trins?
I figured out how salt generate. You put salt cell on the bottom and then blue ice above, and then you flow lava into there. It'll generate salt.
Hmm.
A little more complicated, but it's not that difficult.
So, should we change the name of basalt? Leave Minecraft basalt?
Wouldn't be a problem if... Honestly, if I just made it so that you can't turn vanilla basalt into our basalt, and I don't think there would be a problem.
Oh, okay.
The only reason it's a problem is because I had a two-way version recipe.
Ah, okay.
Turn GT basalt to vanilla basalt, and vanilla basalt to GT basalt.
Okay, so if you just make it one way that you can use ours to make Minecraft, but you can't use Minecraft as ours. And you can't macerate the Minecraft stuff. Okay, yeah, that'll work. All right. Did you listen to this thing bang incessantly? Why can't you hear it?
Yeah, I saw it. I heard it on your stream.
Okay, so why is it doing it for me and not you?
I'm not sure.
What are we doing to fix it? It's still making that noise, and it doesn't even look like the thing is on right now. It's not doing anything.
Not.
And I can still hear it. Okay, the machine doesn't exist and I can still hear it.
I think your sound is for.
I'm not losing my mind. I can hear it. Hold on. Let's reset the freaking. I'll just log off and log back in a minute. Or maybe loading terrain for 20 minutes. Okay, it's finally quiet. Put the machine back. Let's say if it starts making that noise as soon as the machine drops in there, I'm gonna be pissed. What's wrong with the macerator? Oh, fuck. I'm an idiot. That's my fault. It's banging because I put fucking coal in there. Not in the fucking macerator. Damn it. Why am I using the clay I need to put in the macerator to move this shit? Damn it. Macerate that shit already. Now I'm gonna have to go get more coal. See what happens when Junior comes in and distracts me? I fuck everything up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blaming Junior. Alright, did you get the compressor done?
Almost.
Okay. Okay, I thought the boiler was still off. Good. I have an idea. I know you usually hate when that happens, but, and I don't actually know if it works now or not. If you put a controller on a hatch or a bus, can you turn their output off? Or do we have to limit them on getting stuff? Because I was thinking that we can
like that right now.
Okay.
Not that advanced.
Because if we want this to run the creosote, it has to have no solid fuel. It goes for the solid fuel first. And I don't think there is a way to build this where it pulls from the, like, if this was casing 1, would us putting the creosote here mean that it checks it for fuel before it checks for the solid fuel?
So.
Okay. See, we kind of need something for that, unless we wanted to just make 2 boilers, one for creosote burn off and one for the solid fuels. Because this will let creosote just back up, where if we put something on it to where a controller would work, then we could just tell it, and we could actually automate that with redstone by checking the tank outside. If it's at a certain length, send a redstone signal. That would turn the solid fuel bus off, forcing it to use the creosote. Then when it gets down to a certain level, turn the redstone signal off, turn the fuel back on, and let it go. Which would be an interesting redstone project to do. And Dan, I have told you to stop fucking writing me books in chat. You know I'm trying to deal with all of my own bullshit. I am not going to sit and try to read fucking an hour worth of your bullshit. Send me the fucking book somewhere else. Don't write me a book in chat. Chat is for you to discuss with me what I am doing, not for you to discuss with me what you're doing. Any other point in time, I might give a shit what you're doing. But right now, I have no shits to give. My focus is on what I'm doing. Okay, you're going to give me water, but you're going into a trash can. So it's fine. Alright, you want to bring that battery haul over here?
Bring it to the table.
Okay. I gotta make another one. I make two more. Okay, there's the first one. This out of my hand before I fuck up and place it somewhere stupid. I don't think I got enough clay. There wasn't much in that river. Yep, that's all I got.
Great, there are spiders up here.
Have fun with that. Now, question. Are you making an MV drill because you need one that fast? You know MV drills are really fast, right? You sure you don't want an LV so it's slower?
Yeah, true. I don't like anything on mining, so.
I was gonna say, I do all the mining, so I don't know you need one that fast. Because we can use one of our leftover LVs. I don't have a problem with you having a motherfucker trying to help you with your spider problem. They won't let me get onto this level. Look here. You're fucking, give me this. You don't have a way down at the moment. Well, you kind of do, but you also kind of don't. Oh, I can't get underneath there. That's a block tall. I have to go all the way up. Okay. Well, fuck you then. Why are they spawning on this? They aren't supposed to spawn on this. Where do you think they're spawning? I'm pretty sure they're spawning on this block.
And climbing up, or they're spawning on this. Only two possibilities. There's nothing else in spawning. There's just spiders up here. Which made me think they're just climbing up here.
Oh, okay. It means they're spawning on this tough crap. Okay. It was just those two I seen over there made me think they were spawning there. Alright. I killed what you had up there. And I just heard another one. Where's that one at? See outside? Oh, you also don't have a, you ain't done a rim job on this thing yet. Whoa, shit. You got a creeper right here.
Where is it? I hear it, but I can't see this man.
Yeah, I'm hunting. Give me a second. Thinking he's... No, he's not. I don't know where the hell he is.
I see where he is. Come inside.
Is he in the base up in the corner?
Yep.
Oh, there he is. You stupid motherfucker. You went and spawned over there and went all the way over here. Stupid spiders. Okay. You need to prioritize getting this side of the roof done so we can get this shit out of here. Be exact if you want. I can help you with that and we can take a break on actually progressing for a little bit. As this is going to get really annoying with those. Give me some of those bricks. Let me help you place these fucking things. I only got room for a stack at a time.
Only had 2 stacks.
Okay. And we really only need to worry about this area over here. Once we get the machines and shit covered, we can rip the rest of it out. Oh, there's that stack. No, you are not reading me Harry Potter in fucking chat. I don't need that bullshit in my brain. I don't need to read any fucking... And this would piss anybody off that likes Harry Potter because, you know, the whole she's, you know, supposedly homophobic. I don't need no gay ass fucking wizard bullshit in my fucking head. You keep your faggy wizard shit in your own head. I still love how pissed off people get over the fact that the chick believes in biology. Oh my god, it is so horrible that she believes in how biology works. How dare she?
It's because she she agrees with them on everything else, but she happens to disagree with them on this one thing, and that's too much for them.
Yeah. I don't get it. There's plenty of people that disagree with me about plenty of things. That doesn't mean that I think they need to be burned at the stake. We just don't agree on something. It's fine. Look at, my prime example. Me and XAR. There is a lot of things that him and I disagree on. We have sat and had full-on fucking arguments. They started as discussions. They ended in arguments about things. But we're still friends. We still talk to each other. We just know that if we want to talk about a certain subject and we don't want to have an argument about it, we don't discuss that subject with each other. And it also means that if Bear's in a mood and wants to argue with somebody, I know what subject I can bring up and start an argument with XAR. It works both ways. For some people, it would, oh no, we're going to avoid that. Oh no, I'm going to throw it right out there in front of God and everybody because I want an argument. I just don't get how people get so pissy about things, about people disagreeing. It's life. It's how things work. There's things that me and Junior completely disagree about. But we don't hate each other for it. We still talk to each other every day. He annoys the shit out of me constantly. I wouldn't let him annoy me if I hated him. Okay, maybe because I want the food. But you know what I mean. I just don't get it. We're way too picky anymore.
We'll go back.
Yep. It's like that fucking driving game that I played for a while. I did it in a stream once or twice, but nobody really cared. They added a fucking trans flag into their game as a decoration because, you have to pander to them. It has to be done. Dude, the server is not happy. I know he's not here, but holy crap. The fuck is wrong? This ain't GT6. Why am I seeing the void? That's a problem. Can I remember how to do this? Oh, there it goes. It picked up its generation. About fucking time. Need to find a river. Need to find a swamp. That's what I really fucking need. I need a lepidolite vein, but those don't exist. I think he said we can find them in the twilight, though. We do have twilight in here, right? Is that where he said I could find them? Yeah, we have twilight in here. Maybe I'll just go fucking to the twilight and get a lepidolite vein. That'll be easier. We have a couple diamonds at home. Fuck it. And that game that Crazy and Junior and I play, Cure. We streamed a couple times now. They just recently added a fucking gay pride flag into, you know, their game, and you go look at the comments, and like the top one is, take that trash out of the game. Why? Pride comes before the fall. Leave them, let them have their bullshit. Now, my problem is, if you add that flag, but you don't add other flags. Like, if you're just adding that flag as the only flag you can put up, that's just bullshit.
Came back.
But it existing in the game, I don't give a fuck. There's 0 fucks to give. I'm never going to use it. I don't agree with it. But its existence doesn't bother me a fucking bit. But damn it, there better be a rebel flag in there too.
You know they won't do that. Racist.
Oh, I know they won't do that. It's not racist.
I know, that's what they'll say.
I know. There's nothing racist about the rebel flag. It's about a rebel spirit. It's about rebelling against the bullshit you don't agree with in the government or in anything else. It's just a rebel's spirit is what that flag stands for. It's rebelling against tyranny. It's rebelling against overstepping. It's rebelling against anything you want it to be rebelling against. It's not a Confederate flag. Confederate Union had a completely different flag. What in the fuck is wrong with the server tonight? Holy crap, this is already generated. So it can't be the fact that I was generating chunks, because that's already generated. What the fuck is the server doing? It is having some moments. Hey, Crazy's alive. Welcome back, Crazy Woman. Give me a little bit more, but not much. There's only one in that one. Yeah, just take one of these. You're just going to be using it around here, right? So you can recharge it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So just take one of these right here and make you an LV. You can take one of the cadmiums if you want more power. I don't have a problem with that. But if it's just for breaking blocks when you're building shit, you can break a lot of blocks on 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's the other MV battery. Go ahead and throw that back in there. And then I don't really need to make another battery right now. If you're going to use that one for an LV, and I have the MV that I just stole from you. So I will wait. That way I can keep bugging you. I was going to go to the Twilight and see if I could find a lepidolite vein in there, but going to the Twilight wouldn't be good for the lepidolite, because if it's on the same height as GT5, which I'm assuming it is, it's going to be at like 50. And sea level in there is like 32. Unless they did that different than in 1710. Like, do they have negatives in Twilight, or did they stick with the 0 is 0? I'll have to look and find out. Maybe I'll do a stream one of these days in the afternoon.
Apparently it doesn't even spawn in, it only spawns in the moon.
Oh, well, fuck you. I'm not flying to the moon. So now I'll just have to keep bugging you to get it added. And then when you do, I will go generate some new terrain. We've got a whole area over here that we haven't been to yet. I don't know where... What's this fuck went? I don't know. I have no idea where his base is. I never put it in here, but I've got this whole area here that I haven't been into, this area over here that I haven't been into, and we still have a whole continent over that way. So I'm sure there's plenty I can...
I think I have a waypoint for his base somewhere in my computer. I just have to find it.
Okay.
I'm in one of the world that versions of the other one.
Which I still think our shit was too hard for him. Our hard settings are too hard for him, I think. I think that's why he ain't been back. Having to make a bunch of blast furnaces to process everything was too much. He's more of a make the mobs hard kind of guy. Not the actual progression. Where I'm the opposite. I could care less about the mobs being hard. It's fucking Minecraft. Just make me actually think for the progression and work for it. Yeah, fuck you, Dan. My mobs in Minecraft don't need to be hard. It's Minecraft after all. If you want hard, go fight a fucking wither, go fight fucking the Ender Dragon. Yeah, go to the fucking Twilight, try going through some of those things. Like the fucking Labyrinth, that thing will kick your ass with those meat motherfuckers.
Ender Dragon's not that hard if you have armor.
Not if you get stuck in the middle of that fucking purple spray shit. That's magic damage. Magic damage eats the shit out of you with... It doesn't care about armor. You get hit by that dragon's breath shit, you be fucked. That hurts like hell. Yes, the dragon fight isn't that bad. You're not wrong. And hell, if you do like we did in the Race to Fusion pack, you just use the mod that you don't generate health by eating, and then you go back to the way it was in 1710 where you regenerate only if you're full of food, but slowly. Then you don't have instant fucking heal me because I've ate something. It makes shit harder as it is. You don't really need mobs that are gonna do 20 fucking base damage. Did I just make the right thing? Yeah, I did. Okay. They beat it with a bed too, which is fucking dumb. I don't know how you do it with a hammer. But you can also, they speed run it by using a bed. Well, multiple beds. You know how beds explode? I don't know how in the hell they do it. I've seen it done. But somehow them placing the bed, they don't get into the bed. They don't get hit by the explosion. But the dragon does. And they use that to kill the dragon, which is fucking utterly ridiculous. But see, that's why, and also they use a hammer, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about with a hammer. There's not a hammer in Minecraft unless you have like fucking dinkers. Or GregTech, but why would you use one of these hammers to kill a fucking dragon?
Was he talking about the more modern version with the mace?
Oh, there's a mace in more modern versions?
Yeah.
I didn't know they added a mace. Alright, well, we can rip out this roof anytime now. As I've got the roof over to the central pillar, so if you don't want to have spiders spawning on this lower area, which I don't think they can, because they can't spawn on the glass. I think they were spawning outside, and it's because you didn't do the rim job. I think they were coming up to...
I don't bother with that because there's going to be a second layer anyway, so...
Yeah, but you're...
just have to take it down again.
Yeah, but you're going to end up with spiders on the fucking roof if you don't. Unless you're planning on building the next layer immediately. Now, are we saving all this glass since you have to make vacuum tubes?
We're going to need it for the actual roof, right?
Yeah. But we don't have silk touch. We're going to have to burn it. We're going to have to cook it all back up. Because I can use a hammer and break it into dust, but then we're going to have to cook it all back up. But if we're going to get dust out of it, you can use it for vacuum tubes too. But we're not going to be doing vacuum tubes much longer. But I'm sure we're going to need glass for something. We can also use it for silicon dioxide too. That's how we did it for replication, remember? In the old one, we just used glass dust, so you're probably going to have to make us a new hammer, because for some reason we've been using this damn red granite one we made a while back. So this thing's not going to last too long. This is getting annoying. Why does the hammer, while hammering glass, still make the anvil noise? It's already making the glass shattering noise. I understand using it for crafting making this noise, but not when mining. Can you change that? Thank you. All I could think is ding, 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 went the trolley. Oh, fuck. This red granite hammer's lasting longer than I thought it would.
You sure it's red granite?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's not. It is red steel. Shit, I thought this was the red granite one still. No wonder it's lasting so fucking long. Oh, I mean mace. Okay, well, it's intended to use that. That's better than the bed thing they do in this version. But also, who fucking cares if they use a mace? It's intended that they use it. And it's also, you know, win versus reward, I guess, because sure, you can pillar up there and smack it in the fucking face, but if it hits you off of there, you're gonna fucking die. If it's...
Or if you miss, just miss, you also die.
Yeah. So it's not like it's guaranteed you're risking a lot to be able to do that. Now, if I was going to be using a mace to kill a dragon, I would wait for it to perch. I'm assuming it still perches. But they didn't make the mace that fucking much damage, did they? That fucking dragon has still got a lot of fucking health. And to get it to perch, you either have to get damn lucky, or you gotta be damn patient, or you gotta use a bow. And I'm sure because of your impatient ass, what you're watching is a speedrunner. And you cannot look at anything a speedrunner does as normal gameplay stuff. Because speedrunners are not normal. They don't do things normally. That's not how most people think and play the game. I've seen speedrunners do shit. I couldn't play Minecraft that way. They spend most of their time just trying to generate the perfect fucking world so they can get lucky in the first few minutes of the game to get a village to get the stuff they need to give them a head start. I don't waste my time regenerating worlds half the time when I'm gonna play in it for over a year. Unless I start out in a fucking ocean on a one piece of dirt, or in a freaking ice biome, I get the world, I go to work. But, you know, I'm also not normal. We've made this very clear. And I know there are some people that'll sit and generate worlds to get themselves a head start. Because give me a village. Fuck that shit. If I need a village, I'm not addicted to work. I will go fucking find one. Bear just needs a hug. No, Bear fucking doesn't need a hug. Fuck off.
And the hammer cycle.
Bear's allergic to hugs. Unless it's from the right person and you ain't it, Dan. If there ain't boobs pushing back, I don't want your hug. No. No. I don't need love from you, motherfucker. Fuck off. You can spread your love juices some fucking where else. You keep that shit to yourself. I'm just fine being angry and clean. I don't want your salty love juices anywhere near me, motherfucker. Hey, give me a new hammer. I done did broke it. Speaking of, how are we doing on power? Yeah, let's turn this bitch on for a little bit. But before we do that, let's get all this damn coke out of here. Let it run on more creosote. Get that thing empty. Yeah, we are going to be filling up. We need to get that. I need to stop fucking with this and get that damn compressor out. Yeah, let's put it over here. Hey, why am I... Damn it, I'm doing the cross arm thing again. Alright, we'll put it here. And then we can have it output down here. What did you blow up? Oh. Hey, we weren't completely covered. Oops. You might should have noticed that. Well, that's like 3 chemical reactors we got to remake. Good thing we don't need them for a little while, huh? It had to be the part I started with. I could have started over here where it was done. I had to start over there, didn't I? Yeah, I want a barrel for this. Let's get another bit of lead. Well, we know the explosions work now. That works as intended. So I did that on purpose. I was testing. You can still hear that fucking thing At least it turned off this time. Wait a minute, doesn't this have a... I think it does. If I remember correctly. Yeah, auto output. I don't need a fucking thing. Now, eventually, we will automate those into its own compressor. So we won't have to do this. That'll be once we get the actual macerator too. For now, we'll just move it over by hand. See, I think he meant to say come on, bear, not common bear. I don't think this motherfucker can spell. Now, where did I put that iron I had? I had some iron. What did I do with it? There it is. Let's get some more stainless made. Yeah, power's staying up while we're making stainless. We ain't got much else running right now, but at least it's staying up while we're running stainless. I don't have to worry about that right now. I gotta make another hammer. You need to... Oh, you made the hammer. Thank you. You need to make some flooring. For some reason, we're missing a bit of flooring over here.
Wonder whose fault that is.
I was only off by like a block. I had almost that whole roof done, just missing that little bit. Missed it by that much. Sadly, we lost one pipe. At least the rest of them didn't blow up. Stainless steel pipes are expensive. Probably gonna have to go do some mining this week. Go get us some more chromite now that we can actually process it. Any of them fall down here? Nope, don't look like it. Alright, so there's all of that gone. Just gotta get the edge trim over there out. All the glass is now out. And I'm just throwing all this glass dust up in here to be cooked back into glass. Hopefully you're not going to need vacuum tubes anymore. Once we get this laser done. Because you can't use them in making the regular one. You're gonna need resistors and the integrated logic circuit and the phenolic circuit board. I'm gonna run and go do an old man break. I'll be right back. Trins, what did you use for a drill tip? Why was that
Sorry,
blue?
Sorry, I was muted. It's Man of Steel.
Pull that back out here.
Hmm.
It's blue. It looks like aluminum.
Because you use aluminum to make an LV drill.
The tip is blue.
It's Man of Steel.
It should be like this, where mine's red because it's made of red steel. If that's made of steel, it should be black.
Mine is Man of Steel.
Oh, Man of Steel. I thought you said made of steel. Fuck. Okay. That makes sense why it's blue then. Never mind. I don't think of magic shit as being a thing. I forgot Man of Steel's blue. So can you reinvigorate it with mana then?
I'm gonna pass.
I don't know what the hell you call it. You don't recharge it, that's power. Damn it, I keep trying to put shit in the wrong box. Alright, there we go. All that's out of there. We now have more headroom. Did that really compress all that? Damn, it did. That was quick. That was way faster than that other one.
Why is there glass dust in the hopper for the furnace?
Because I put it in there so I cook it in the glass.
Doesn't work.
Why not? It's glass dust. You should be able to cook that in the glass.
You have to melt it, and then you can solidify it into glass.
What the fuck, man? Why can't you just re-smelt it into glass? You can dig it all out of there and figure out somewhere to put it. I don't fucking know where to put it. Yeah, we had a creosote. Let's get this in here. Okay, boiler's back on now. Now we're going up in power again. Well, we know you're an idiot. Ow, there's still a hole there. We know you're an idiot. Tell us something we don't already know. I'm glad to hear you fixed it. Alright, so let's see what I want to do about this cutter. I can just put a cable there, and we can put the cutter up here for now. I then we're gonna have the 2 laser engravers. I really don't want to move this wire out of here, but I kind of need to. I still need to get that sulfuric acid down into the tank so we can start getting rid of that. And then we can move this stuff and we can put the MV line over here.
The whole route is fixed. Finish, I mean.
Okay, so to do that, this we need HV to do, but I could do this. Just means I need 32 of one of them. What's fixed?
Whole new route. Finished.
Okay. We need the hole in the floor fixed. I take it you don't have any more marble? There might be some downstairs in the block box.
Yeah, there's a few stacks of marble down here.
Alright, well we only need 2.
The hole in the floor is fixed.
Thank you. I'm heading to the nether for a bit.
Let me make you another one of those things you can put down by the nether portal.
Oh yeah, go for it. You made a dimensional door area. When the hell did you do that?
I figured I wasn't easy for the end, but I haven't really bothered.
Can we use this stuff for biomass? It takes 8 of them, even though they're a block, though. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, we can. Okay. Since we don't have a skylight anymore, I want to get some. And you haven't made us any industrial lights. Get us some more shroom lights to put up in the, well, up in or under the roof. Huh. Hit that one little edge. Can I get down here and not die? Yes, I can. You know, I argued with Spiker years ago about an electric hoe and how stupid it was. Now that we need them for shit in the nether and leaves, electric hoe makes more sense. It doesn't make sense on a practical sense.
Huh.
Wow, what was that? That was loud.
I didn't mean to do that.
I think he sat on a duck. Pretty sure that's what that was. I probably need to get some stone, because that would be a bad place to build with netherrack, but actually looks like I might be able to go around it. As drill will travel, damn it. Hey, I think there's nickel vein right there. Okay, crazy. Sleep well. Take a load off your brain. Okay, that gets me right out over here, so I can get me a bunch of shrimplets. And I guess it does make sense that these are 8 to a thing, because they're like leaves, but I don't know. To me, these are just denser than leaves. I never thought of them as leaves. Did you ever get the nether chest done? To loot in them?
Mm-hmm.
The chests in the nether fortress, did you ever get the loot in them?
I'm not sure.
I think I have a way into this fortress over here, though. I'm not trying to go up that way. Also, with it being 9:30, we're probably not going to be here much later. Take my ass on back home.
Oh yeah, we have a new backpack now.
Another one?
Yeah,
The hell did you kill to get another one?
Bolton. Got a jukebox on it.
Ah. Hey, look. There's a... Oh, you got to do the look up thing because it's too far. Okay. I hate that. It's annoying. We need to put the freaking tool belt mod in here so I can put some of these tools on a tool belt.
I think there is the tool belt.
Is there? No, we have IE toolboxes and we have create toolboxes.
That mod. Right.
Nope. You need to, though. So how the hell did she make these blue ones?
No, we have it. It's just get this new tool space belt.
Oh, there's a space. Okay. Now, there's a problem with that. Which is the same problem I have with the quiver. That isn't going to work with my battery. Because my battery goes on my belt. Unless we put 2 belt slots, that's going to be a problem. Because I'm quite certain the battery is not going to work in the battery belt, in the tool belt.
Yeah, it's not a tool.
Even if it would go in there, it wouldn't charge my shit from it, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, how much leather do I need for this thing? Can you compress me up some iron so we can make an anvil? 5 leather for that. 3 leather for each one of them. 5, 8, 11, let's do 14. I'll just grab half a stack of string. You take all the iron. I need an iron ingot. Thank you. Give me a piece of gravel.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you give me a piece of gravel?
Because I need it out of my inventory.
Thanks. Hey, I can put it on the tool belt. Now we just got to see if it works from there.
Can you put your quiver on the tool belt?
I don't know. Yeah. Again, I don't know if it works from there, but I can put it there. That is interesting. I'll have to try that.
Roof is almost finished.
Oh, yeah. Looking pretty good. And yeah, there's definitely no mobs spawning up here. Oh, it's a blackstone lamp. Okay, so it's just blackstone around this room light. Is there blackstone down here? Black granite. Don't we have just blocks? Where's all the blocks? Oh, it's over here. Obsidian, granite, nether brick, shale. We apparently don't have blackstone.
We also need the those whatever they're called, the shroom lights.
I have the shroom lights. So I went to the nether for. We had 25 of them. So I figured we'd just put one, like, right up there. Put a little light over here. And put another one, like, right there. So I have to go get some blackstone so we can do it with the blackstone ones. Alright, so I think... Can I get you to work on the adding that vein this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I think we're gonna fuck off. And he'll get that vein in. I will go find one next time we're here. And then I'm gonna make some HV batteries. We can make a transformer from HV down to MV. We don't need circuits for that. We can make a battery box. So I'm going to make a HV battery box. We're going to take the MV turbine and these two LV turbines, and we're going to put them into a HV instead of an MV. We'll probably leave the MV here because it can output multiple amps where the turbine can't. So I'm probably going to leave the HV or the MV battery box here so it can charge the HV one. Plus it'll give us an extra little buffer of batteries, and I won't feel like I wasted all that fucking lithium making all those batteries. And then I can use, then I can start making other lines, other places, instead of having to waste a fuck ton of copper, which will waste a lot of power. We have electrotine, nickelite, any of that red power shit? Or not? We have... No. Okay. Because if we did, we could make blue alloy wires, which are like the best HV wire. But we're just going to use aluminum then. Yeah, we'll just use aluminum. I'll make aluminum wires to run through here. We'll have to get a lot more aluminum. But once I get that set up, we can automate this properly so we can get more aluminum. So we can get more aluminum. Which, why in the hell? Oh, we need more charcoal dust in there. But I think next week we may look at once we get this circuit stuff finished. Now that you've got the roof pretty much done, we can focus on getting those machines done, get these circuit things done, and I think I want to look at getting us a forestry tree farm done so we can look at how we're gonna. It's not gonna be here very long because, well, we'll basically give it to Crazy that she can use it for food. Not that we need it because we have harvesters that'll work for that too, but we'll find some use for it. But I want to see how it'll work with your appetite. I'm hoping we don't have to make their fertilizer. I'm hoping we can figure out how to use your fertilizer in it. That way we can use up a bunch of that ash that we have sitting around. Though I'm pretty sure we can make their fertilizer with the regular ash. We'll just have to centrifuge. I think it's centrifuge the dark ash to get the regular ash out of it. I don't think that's supposed to happen either, dude. I'm pretty sure that withering went to my armor too. Because I didn't get withered, unless that was food. I wasn't watching, but I took no damage from that withering I just did. But you have your armor using vanilla stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. That must have been, I had enough food in me, I guess. Alright. Anyways, we're out of here for the night. We'll work on getting a forestry farm next time and finish up this circuit stuff. Move this shit out of here, put us in an NV line here, and then, rebuild what I broke. Have a good one. See you next time.